Chapter 15, Something New. Wanyénye que vu, being the last one to prepare his plat, sat down on his hermatre, a Awakatilian, we pay attention to history and believe in our ancestry. Most of us believe in Sabaoth, for we believe that a tree without root shall perish, just a man who does not take care of his past. Life has a funny way of recycling events in our life, when we don't pass them the first time around, just like taking any other test. You have to take the test repeatedly until you get it right. Louisiana he said, pointing to Jonathan. It is Prospero Buffyed with a trade and law of history. Not only that, many cultures come from it, such as the French, Spanish, European, Native American, and African Slav descendants, as well as a combination of all of them. For example, mixing these cultures created people like the Cajun and Creole from the southern part and descendants of Native Americans from the northern part. Some practice black magic, voodoo, and witchcraft, and some worship Sabaoth. You had the French who practice voodoo, some practice witchcraft, and some worship Sabaoth for each culture. It is the same scenario for each practice or belief. I contrast this back to when Louisiana became Louisiana and the Trans-African slave trade began. The same history is true of those from the island in the West Indies because of the Trans-African slave trade, when words like mulatto and the Code Noir became famous. The brutality of slave owners and slaveholders, who raped men, women, and children alike, created these mulatto. The cruelty of the slave from Africa and the dark-skinned native created children of white father and slave mother, who were then classified as these mulatto. It meant a person with white and black parents, but eventually, it was used for any mixed race people, period. Colorism, racism, and discrimination were the most effective weapon against us, but colorism pitted us against ourselves. Light-skinned slaves were treated more favorably than those with darker skin. It upheld the white standard of beauty and benefit white people in their institution of oppression. We all know they assigned slaves with light skin with domestic tasks, while they forced slaves with darker skin to work outside in the fields, doing much more well hard work. The paper bag test was often used. If someone was the same color or lighter than a paper bag, they were accepted. If they were any darker than a paper bag, they were not. In New Orleans, the southeastern part of Louisiana, the Code Noir was used daily, which defined mulatto again a one half white, half black, quadroon, three quarte white, one quarte black, octoroon, 7/8 white, 1/8 black. The Code Noir created colorism wherein the black community, dark-skinned men and women, preferred light-skinned black because they felt their children would have a higher social position, and light-skinned black made up the largest percentage of the free black population. Very few people know that some white women were indentured servants and had children with slave and free African-descended men. Because of the mother's status, those children were born free and often married other free people of color. A large number of slaves in the United States during the 19th century were of mixed race, and with each generation, the number of mixed race slaves doubled every 10 years. All the different cultures mixed with one another. Meanwhile, in place up north, like Utah, sexual relationship with a slave resulted in the slave automatically being freed. Wanyénye que vu posed for a minute, excuse me, he was trying to educate Jonathan about something he said a few months back, and he got sidetracked. Reaching into his bag, he grabbed an old torn book. This is my Torah. It was on scaled the Bible back in the days, but it had fewer books than it has now. We should now have enough for everyone now. In it, are the word and life of Sabaoth's children and Sabaoth himself. They all started reading from the Torah, and hours passed before they fell asleep. Jonathan was half asleep. He turned that light off, and shouted to Jom. Jom replied, you turn it off. He turned it off before he went to bed. The light got brighter and brighter. Wanyénye que vu turned over. Will someone please turn that light? Staring straight into the sky. Wanyénye que vu saw a circular object with a large beam of light coming from a TS center and many smaller lights circling it, going right to left and then left to right. Look up, shouted Wanyénye que vu. fear had consumed them all then a voice was heard by the entire group. Be not afraid, for he is a prophet of Sabaoth. There was no sound coming from the craft as it started lowering itself a few feet above the ground, vapor from the craft slowly became a cloud. Jonathan and Jom grabbed their weapon, buoigné que vu held their weapon by the barrel. Did you not hear the voice of the messenger, the ancient Pharisee? Jonathan. Was shaking. Hell, I'm afraid of that too. What the fuck is going on here? Wanyene que vu lowered their weapon towards the ground. Saying, don't be afraid of that voice ether. I'm not sure if any Anakata or computant have ever heard the messenger's voice, buneter one of USHS ever seen this before. The cloud became thicker and thicker within seconds, a figure appeared 8 feet tall with grayish white skin. Please don't be alarmed, for Sabaoth HAS sans me. Gesturing to them to sit, please, sit the being said to them, I have come a long way just to speak to you all. He took off a golden chain with a black marble like vial about half an inch long, made from an unknown substance from around his neck, and handed it to Wanyene que vu. This is for you and your descendant, a gift from Sabaoth, we call it sang. Wanyene que vu took the necklace and placed it around his neck. No one can take it from you and you give it to them, it shall protect you and those that choose Sabaoth. No man shall receive his sang, until they have been enlightened. Any man that try, will regret it. The Bing's eyes flashed a few times vertically as it continued, my name is Zed, I'm one of 4 species who have visited Earth many times and for many years, century even. We called the tall wheat by. Looking at. Jonathan I handed him 2 smooth stones, make sang with these, however, they will not be a powerful until you meet the one with the glow. Please, have a seat, there is much to say. Jonathan stood there frozen with his mouth opened with what appeared to be a smile on Profess's face, Profess gently closed Jonathan's mouth. Jonathan tried to speak, but nothing came out. As the being continued, I was saying, we are called the tall wheat by your people century ago, and my species worship and serve Sabaoth well. He reached into a device and grabbed a book, the Torah, handing it to Wanyene que vu. The language changed from Professed to English a Wanyene que vu flipped through the page, you have many more books than we have, Professed said, we also older than any human. He smiled, he walked with the Mshika when he was flesh. The being walked toward Daniel I looked at Daniel and asked, may? Gesturing to sit next to him, Daniel patted the bed twice, sit here. Looking back up, Professed continued. Please, have a seat. Some continued to stand while the rest took a seat. Professed said, there is much to talk about, it would be best to sit. They finally all sat down a Professed continued, many have refused to believe that onion exist beside themselves. There are over 100 billion galaxies in the foreseen universe and 500 billion planets in the Milky Way alone, and they think they are alone on this small planet, may add, tiny it is. Just imagine an ANT sitting on a table within your home. Human are the ANTs, Earth is the table. Your universe would be the room in which the table sit. Therefore, what would be the other rooms? What would be the house next door and even greater outside the house, the atmosphere, or even space? That ANT would be a fool to think he was the only ANT. What about the other bug that live outside of the ANTs? Foolish thinking for foolish people. Daniel, with a confused look, said it again? Professed looked down at Daniel, think of it like this, a solar system is like a neighborhood. It's made up of planets, moons, asteroids, and other objects that are held together by the gravity of a star, usually a sun. A galaxy is like a city. It's made up of billions of stars and other objects, held together by gravity. The universe is like the entire world. It's made up of billions and billions of galaxies, stars, and other objects, held together by gravity. You live in one solar system, within a galaxy, within a universe. There are at least 100 billion galaxies in the universe. Each galaxy could contain anywhere from a few hundred to a few trillion stars. Which means there are trillion of solar systems in the universe. Pointing at Jom and Jonathan, they can explain it, if you are still confused. After a brief pause, Professor looked at their face, knowing it was much for them to take in, but continued, some team referred to or as a third party, we are consumed that are telepathic, whose human shaped were born when it was written. Let there be light, and it was light. So therefore, we are born millennium before your species and in another galaxy. Other species have come to observe, some to conquer. We came to protect you from them and some team from yourself. Many came with ill will because Sabaoth chose your species over them. After all, they existed before you. Yet, you fight among yourself for the highest reason. Your species is the chosen race, the most incredible creation of Sabaoth. We smarte, use a significant percentage of our brain compared to human, and therefore are more intelligent than you. You have been envied and hated by many of Sabaoth's creation before you. Your species is naive, for many even started worshipping your kin. Some government, back then, would welcome them, and in return, they shared their technology with your kin, knowing many would become greedy and destroy the planet with it. And so, it did, but the plan of Sabaoth cannot and will not be stopped. When righteousness is more, evil itself cannot be seen. Now, sin is stronger among you, and righteousness is at its weakest, this is why your, so-called Abenian, have come to earth. The evil one or the great de CVHS stomped out the many lights of Sabaoth through lust, greed, and power. Pulling up a screen from a device, et health. A live video feed off en Abenian many miles away in a G-ship. Wanyénié que vu shooted, détessidu, they are a different kind of ugly. Jonathan and Jom had strange look on their face. Jom said. I have never seen an ugly Abenian, both male and female are all beautiful. Jonathan felt more like himself, you got to be blind, what in the world do you see? Wanyénié que vu said. That is not even human, ici a largidou figure resembling human face, with one enormous eye in the center and long eyelash. Jonathan logged, how is it you don't see that beautiful creature? I'm with Jom, I have never seen an ugly Abenian. Professor had showed them another one in the frozen region of northern Greenland. What is it you see? Wanyénié que vu said. A black panther-looking creature with skull instead of fur with a do smile on his face, his paw. Are actually very small en. Jonathan logged, that is a fine ASS, Abenian female. Professor had turned to Jonathan and Jom. What you see is what they, know how they looked before they fell from grace, and Wanyénié que vu sees them as they are, for these are the fallen angels of Sabaoth, what you refer to a demon. Until you all are in lion, you will not see them for what they truly are. Remember when he said earlier that when righteousness is greater evil itself cannot be seen. Now, evil is more, and very few serve righteousness, therefore, the Abenian are on earth. Well, before the Abenian, you call them, came to earth, there were more righteous people, and their presence wasn't seen, but they were here in spirit and have been here since their fall, only possessing those who were truly evil. But the hearts of many have become cold. The preach prosperity instead of love. Technology led to laziness, greediness, perversion, and lust. As the evil grew on earth, the fallen angels of Sabaoth could then come in their original form before they fell from grace. On spirit, now flesh, to deceive and pervert the word of Sabaoth to men. Showing them one last picture, what do you see? Million of Abenian. Said Elia. Like when you stir up an empty bed. Elia and Joy had said almost simultaneously. Wanyénié que vu said. Mignon. Professor had smiled, looked at Wanyénié que vu, and said, this is the South Pole, and there are twice as many on the North Pole. The cold weather prevent you from going there, but lower class demons are waiting to destroy the earth. Just waiting to be killed. Daniel had fallen asleep on Professor's head, so he carefully placed Daniel on the hermat and covered him, only those enlightened can see the abenian for who they are, so for the next 3 months, you are to stay and train. You all are Sabaoth's children, his warriors, et HAS chosen you all pointing at Ibrahim's children, be not discouraged because you are not familiar with this world, for all that you know will come in and dilate. A surprise away you once you get to Arizona. Know this, Sabaoth HAS found favor in your family. This family and one que vu and these 2 brothers are with you, and you all will teach and learn from one another. One que vu will help you see evil, see the abenian a they truly are, trop en l'agtement. Et turned to Jonathan and Jom, you two are chosen to do a work that has not been seen since the days of all, you shall open the eyes of your people, Sabaoth's people. For all of humanity belong to Sabaoth. In days past, they divided black from white. Male from female, a mother from father. But listen carefully, separation cause division and division cause war. Because of this, son shall be against father, right against wrong, and nature against technology, which lead to destruction. Men look at silly things to judge one another, but Sabaoth search the heart. Prophet had talked until down when he stood up. He must go now and to shed the sang around one que vu's neck, he can rest now, for my promise has been kept, and now he shall see Sabaoth face to face. A thick cloud appeared, and it got thinner and thinner, and the spaceship hovered a few feet about them, and within a blink of an eye, it was gone. The backdraft from the craft woke Daniel and they all stood there in a way, looking at the sun. What is that symbol? Asked Jom. I have no earthly idea. One que vu smiled and pointed at Jonathan. Jonathan smiled, corny à elle. And he don't know what to say, he know it wasn't a dream, for we all saw what just happened with our eyes. You know, he can honestly say since I've met you, there has never been a du moment. They couldn't sleep after all the excitement, puis it was already down, so they pitched can with the help of Jonathan, Elisha, and one que vu. Using the equipment that the children of Abraham had brought, they created a training set. They talked all day about what had happened and what prophets had said that night, and soon. Afterward, they began reading the Torah. After building a 4D training room, a firing range, and a combat course, the day quickly ended. One que vu was impressed with what Elisha and Jonathan could do with the different instruments and gadgets and noticed how it made Jonathan glow while working on the various project. One que vu was curious and asked Elisha and Jonathan, what is it that you both do, and how did you get to be so knowledgeable with all of this? Elisha said, Jonathan is a genius when it comes to technology, and he do my best to keep up. Jonathan said, he was born with a special gift. He can build, create, and design anything that comes to mind. I'm able to look at something and figure out how it works and make it better with my own design. I guess it's a gift from Sabaoth. One que vu said, that is remarkable. I can't wait to see what you two will create for us in the next few months. They all smiled and looked to the sky. One que vu couldn't help but think about prophets and his word, only those enlightened can see the abenian for who they are. One que vu said, let's get some rest, for tomorrow will be a long day. A day said their good night and went to their tent. One que vu grabbed his sang and said, Sabaoth has chosen us, now it's up to us to choose him. With that, they all fell asleep. The 3 sisters, Grace, Mercy, and Joy, helped where they needed, and then they sat around reading the Torah as the men worked. A few hours before dusk, they all went fishing. Tonight, we can't eat hardy, but tomorrow we must perform the holy jeûne. One que vu said. What is jeûne? Said Elia. One que vu replied. It's going without food or fasting. You consecrate yourself to the Lord by building up the spiritual man and lowering or resisting the physical man or your flesh. Flesh refer to your own physical or fleshy weakness and desire. Briefly, they discussed the jeûne and continued fishing. For the first time since they all met, they were having fun. Ibrahim's children had never been fishing other than playing virtual video game, and Elia took take knew what he was doing because he always beat Elisha in the game. They all stood along the bank except Jonathan and Elisha, who moved a few feet away, for they had cried about with their equipment. Elia boasted to Elisha. If he catch more than you have to clean me, Elisha said. Okay, but if he get more than you have to clean me now well. They agreed. Elia threw in his line, and Elisha soon followed. Wanyénye que vu at his spear, picking fish left and right out of the water. Grace, Mercy, and Joy made a long chair and sat there with their paw in the water while they talked about what they had read from the Torah. Got one. Shouted Elia. He read it in slowly, just like he did in the game. It was a nice-size fish, unlike the game, but he had a rude awakening when he took the fish off the hook. Everyone stood there, looking at Elia and his catch. Don't. Wanyénye que vu said, but before he could get it out, the fish slapped Elia in the face, and Elia and the fish both fell into the water. Everyone started logging. Elia, embarrassed, got up and fell to the ground by his sisters. Well, I'm done with that. They logged even harder. Daniel didn't enjoy fishing and saw an opportunity to have some fun jumping on Elia's back. Let's play. Afterward, they all gathered beans from the mesquite and palo verde tree and picked desert hackberry, jojobanu, and other edible plants around them. They finally closed out the day by preparing and eating dinner together. At 4 a.m., Wanyénye que vu woke everyone up. Now is the time to join. For us to fight a one, we must be a one. No berry, no beans, and definitely, no meat. You can drink water. But for long period, you can drink apple juice for days or weeks, but water only during the holy jeûne. This week we shall jeûne for 4 days until noon. And every week after that, we will fast longer. Wanyénye que vu turned to Daniel, you must keep up, my friend, for he started my jeûne at an age much younger than you, so he know you can keep up with us. Then he turned to Jonathan, for he expected Jonathan to say something clever, but to his surprise, Jonathan had said nothing and had a sincere look on his face. He continued, let's form a circle. Everyone gathered themselves and formed a circle. One half of my descendants are from the Tunica tribe, which originated from the Congo forest, and the other half from the Natchez and Choctaw tribe of America. The Tunica tribe mastered a conjuga which combine many African nations and Asian martial arts. Being Native American, he have also fused some Native American combat fighting technique into it. And Sabaoth finished the rest with some technique out of this world literally, and the entire still is called point de Dieu or of God. Wanyénye que vu started. Stretching a everyone gathered around in a circle. He must admit, he need your help with this technology for weapon. He said while looking to see if anyone had question. He continued, okay, we call this circle in the Zulu tongue en kumbi, the plural form isimi kumbi. However, in Native America, it represent or symbolize the 4 directions. Think of it as a compass. It symbolizes what is needed during a conflict or what we use when challenging an attack. Et pointed east represent balance, confidence, and creativity are all represented in this direction. In battle, this can be used to identify and locate an open. To do this, it is important to have strength, energy, and commitment. Et then gesture towards the south. This direction stand for strength, focus, and success. Here, we use technique to control our adversary with brave and aggressive behavior. Pointing to the north, he took a deep breath, this is the direction of courage, energy, and knowledge. In battle, this can be used to surprise or overpower our enemy before taking them down. Lastly, he pointed to the west. This direction is all about challenge, choice, and proof. Here, we use technique to finish off our opponent before moving on to the next one. We must always keep in mind to carry out all of these techniques with respect and restraint. Remember this. Wanyénye que vu shooted, east, as a group yelled back, balance, confidence, and creativity, the east influence the identification or location of an adversary. By setting up and developing a solid attack position. Employé with energy, movement, and commitment. Wanyényé que vu shooted, south, and the group called back, represent strength, focus, and success, the south influence on opponent's brave, aggressive challenge. This technique effectively control the adversary. Wanyényé que vu shooted, north, the group called out, represent courage, energy, and knowledge. The north influence the control of an opponent with surprise or overwhelming force before finally being taken down. And Wanyényé que vu shooted west, as a group called, the west represent challenge, choice, and proof. The west influence the takedown and finishing your opponent before moving on to the next adversary. Wanyényé que vu shooted, and the group repeated after him, we execute all technique in an environment of the highest respect and restraint. They repeated this over and over until everyone had it memorized. Wanyényé que vu continued, inside this circle, it is not a time for fun and game when we are in an kumbi. It is to discuss serious matters, and it is when you come together to discuss your weakness before jeûne, only if you want to. Your fasting is not to men, nor for men, it's for yourself to surrender to about. If you discuss a mate, it is for your helper to see if someone else has the same problem, so you can work on it together to defeat it. Most importantly, what is said here is to stay here, never, and I mean never, to be discussed with anyone. Not to a wife, a sister, or a brother. Now, we need Isilangu plural form Isilangu, also from Zulu origins, a traditional large war shield approximately 4 feet long. It is important part of our training, and I will show you why. Usually, it is made from wood or animal hide, but it is not so good for this day and age, but Elisha interrupted, Wurtzeit or boron. Nitride is the best compound used in today's technology. It's harder than diamonds and has high shock resistant properties and other interesting quality. Impressed, Wanyényé que vu said, can you make counting how many people were among them? 9. Elisha replied, no problem, me and Jonathan will work on it as soon as possible. Wanyényé que vu nodded in agreement et continued, great, the Isilangu need to be a wide AETS usé, so you have to custom feed them for each individual. Jonathan said, no problem, will do. Wanyényé que vu was thinking for a few seconds and then grabbed his can, twisted it, and his spear came forward, this is an assegai, he need 8 of these. And Elisha smiled at Wanyényé que vu, we can make that one even better, we need 9. Wanyényé que vu replied, 9, it is. Okay, there are 2 more Zulu words we need to know for now, they are IMPI, the plural form is IMPI. Now, IMPI means battle formation. When you hear this word, it is essential to stop everything and prepare for battle. You will always be in defensive mode. Eden shooted, Iwa. Looking at everyone's face, he said, the last Zulu word you will need to know for now is Iwa, it means war or fight. This word is now not to be taken lightly or used lightly, for when you hear it, you are to fight at that moment. Not prepared, not get ready, but to fight. Think of it as a battle cry. Wanyényé que vu shooted, Iwa. Everyone sprung up but didn't know what to do except Daniel, who stood there with his weapon drawn. He liked that, Daniel, Wanyényé que vu said. Taking his feet, Wanyényé que vu showed Daniel how to stand and find his center of gravity. Elias Miled, Detes little Bruce Lee, et HAS watched all his film. Walking by everyone, Wanyényé que vu illustrated the basic stance. Wanyényé que vu shooted, Iwa. Correcting everyone's stance by barely pushing them. If you fall, when he push you, your stance is weak, Wanyényé que vu said. Again, he shooted, Iwa. Et continued until everyone's stance was correct. After a few hours of helping the group with term and definition, Wanyényé que vu and the group read and discussed the Torah, before ending the jeûne. At 4 am sharp the following day, Wanyene Kevu continued his teaching, I told you yesterday. We use Jeune to build up the spiritual man, but if you are not reading, meditating, or thinking about the Torah or Sabaoth, you are just going without food, and it's not a holy jeûne. Jonathan and Elisha made notepad to help them keep up with their studies and handed out new weatherproof Torah, a Wanyene Kevu grabbed his new Torah, et ou rapid his all one up. This has been in my family for a very long time. I started flipping through the page. The Torah comprise all the spiritual books ever written by Sabaoth's prophet and scribe in days of all. Men's tradition separated each book, and war has always been the outcome. E held up the book. Because of this book. The Bible, the Dead Sea Scroll, and the Quran. E posed, look to the back, the last book of the Torah, this is the Quran, a book of guidance. ETS beginning go back as far as the fall of the Roman Empire, at the birth of the Prophet Mohammed, the author. Wanyene Kevu continued flipping through the page. Read about the more. No, a matter of fact, read about everybody, everything, and every event. Try not to be ignorant of history, period. But back to Mohammed, when he was born, about 4 years after the death of Emperor Justinian, many Arabs were still worshipping the sun, star, spirit, and idol. The Arab possessed 360 idols, one for each day of the year. In his youth, he was never told to read or write, being a shepherd boy. He eventually became a camel driver, traveling to remote and intriguing lands such as Persia, Syria, and Egypt, transacting business with merchants of every kind. Where he met Jews, Christians, and members of other sects, and interrogated them. The majority of Christians in the region were monophysites, who were seen as heretics by the major Christian denomination of the time. As such, they were generally not accepted by the larger Christian community. Looking at Daniel and Smiled, like most young men do, concerning their religion. He frequented the Jews and their rabbi, mostly because they were merchants and an omnipresent ethnic group. Since he could not read or write, he listened and was keen on everything the Jews related to him. Mohammed learned and extracted much from the Jewish religion and compounded it with Islam's new religion. It was just added to the Torah about a few centuries ago. Many fought against putting it in the Torah because it contradicts some of the other texts in other books, but all prophet came forth and quoted Luke 9, 49-50 to them, which read, Master, said John, we saw Simeon driving out demons in your name, and we tried to stop him because he is not one of us. Mshika said, do not stop him, for whoever is not against you is for you. Years later, it was added. Everyone opened up their Torah and searched for the passage he had just quoted, I continued, Luke is an excellent book on discipline and respect for your brothers and sisters. Now, where did we stop with our reading yesterday? Mercy said. We stopped at the beginning of 1 Kings. But it was so interesting that myself and my sisters continued reading while you all were fishing. Wanyene Kevu looked at Grace, do you want to recap what you have already read? The group got into a deep discussion about what they had already read, and hours had passed before Wanyene Kevu said, well, let's continue reading the rest of 1 Kings. They all were so engulfed in the Torah that before they knew it, it was noon. Jonathan and Elisha set up their equipment and started working on different projects for Wanyene Kevu. The rest were hunting, and other small chores needed to be done before dusk. Through the day, Jonathan and Elisha called each individual to size them up for their easy langu, and, grabbing Wanyene Kevu's can, they carefully redesignated it and other equipment and weapons. They passed out the easy langu and assegared before dinner. Everyone was excited to have their new weapon. Wanyene Kevu was off meditating when he was called to dinner, and his equipment was at his dinner spot. Done so soon. He grabbed his can. He felt naked without my can, Wanyene Kevu said. He played with it for a moment. It's smoother and comes out much quicker than mean. Striking it against the ground hard I could. And much stronger. Picking up the easy langu, this is wonderful, he must admit. Wanyényekevu left the dinner table before taking a bit and one of to test out some of his technique with his new toys. Jom, Joy, Daniel, and Jonathan followed as the rest looked on and ate. The easy language designated to form a total defense in massed formation against the throwing spears of the enemy. In our case, those beam of light, Jonathan said. They are eagerly concentrated beam of light or laser, Jonathan ran off, saying. They should be finished. Wanyényekevu continued, OK, laser, but the whole intention is to engage the enemy in hand-to-hand combat and kill the enemy. Using the easy language and the asege in combat is a unified action that allows you to hook the opponent's shield with the leading left to the edge of the asege, pulling it backward, to allowing the asege to be smashed upward into the right chest of the opponent. The effect is instantaneous. Ancient warrior named Shaka Zulu, created this technique. Jonathan returned and handed out everyone a copy of Wanyényekevu's Can. In tears, Wanyényekevu couldn't say a word, et just smiled and hugged Jonathan. Wanyényekevu just took his new can and practiced with it as the rest joined in, and they practiced for a bit before returning to the dinner table, where they talked about the still and other technique until they went to bed for the night. The next morning without warning, Wanyényekevu grabbed a wooden stick and shooted. Impy, without prejudice, and one by each of them, striking them with the wooden stick. Jom and Jonathan could block his attack, but the rest were not so lucky. Et shooted, you must be ready at any given moment. They then ran miles around the lake and back. Non-stop they went through the obstacle course. The group was tired and weary, but Wanyényekevu didn't let up. Push yourself. Et shooted. Seeing the weary look on their face and thinking they wanted to give up, he gathered the group together. I don't know why about Asha escalade us together, but you have seen with your eyes and heard with your iris power. Remember young David running from Saul. Can you imagine his pain? He had opportunities to stop running and didn't by killing Saul, but he didn't because Saul was God's servant. He knew that his jealousy consumed him. He knew about would make a way. But we are not running from anyone but toward them. Whoever it is, to do about has been. It has only been 3 days, and you were chosen like David was to do his will, that alone should be an honor. Out of all the people on this planet, it shows us we must be prepared to go to war by learning from one another. What I don't know, you should teach me. Now, rest for the rest of today, but be prepared to go back at it in the morning. They talked among themselves and helped each other with whatever problem each other were having, and it made Wanyényekevu proud to see them working together. The next day, they pushed each other. They all went to the firing range where Wanyényekevu learned their weaponry, and they taught them many asege technique and how to make and throw different stars. They were on one accord. What was once was 9 individuals were now becoming one fierce force. Wanyényekevu learned about the new technology, and they, too, had a difficult time understanding it. Days passed and those days turned into weeks, and they were able to fast for 3 days straight by the 5th week. By the 6th week, all of their frustration and doubt turned into determination with the help of fasting and meditating, and the intense and rigorous training became somewhat more manageable.